Hey, this is Rick Kasalj, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. In today's video, I wanted to go through the best tips for running without knee pain. And I'll get Jenna to go through this exercise and all the exercises that'll help you run without knee pain. Okay, good. So the first one is rolling out the quads. So what you're getting a full foam roller, and this one's roughly about foot wide, and you're going to roll it from just above your knee joint to just below your hip joint. And you're rolling through, good. Rolling up the thigh to just below the hip joint, and then rolling back. Good. Good. Above the knee, rolling up to the hip, and then rolling back. Good. So when it comes to the sets, reps, time, and intensity, for that one, rolling out the quads, sets are 1, repetitions would be 10. So up and down is 1 repetition. Time, as you saw, Jenna was going through smooth, controlled movement throughout that muscle, and the intensity will be, it depends on the person. It can be moderate, it can be light, moderate, or really hard when it relates to sensitivity. So with this one, what we're focusing in on is addressing the muscle tension that's happening in the quad. So a lot of times with running, the muscle will end up tightening up, and stretching's not super effective with it. So what we want to do is roll it out, almost like self-massage that muscle to decrease the tension, and that decreasing the tension in that muscle allows us to target it better and decreases the pull that the muscle has on the knee joint, so there is a decrease in knee pain. Okay, now moving on to the second exercise. This is the clamshell exercise. Good. So moving back to the starting position, straightening out the legs. So you're lying on your side, arms overhead, you're resting on your arm. You're going to bend the knees. Good. So you're roughly at 90 degrees here. You're going to separate the knees. Good. And bring the knees together. And you're really working on keeping the hip vertical. Good. Good. So with this one, this clamshell exercise, looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity. Sets are 1, repetitions would be 5 on each side. Time, smooth controlled movement with a good contraction at the top position. And the intensity would be light to moderate. And with this one, what we're targeting is gluteus medius, which oftentimes is a muscle that runners have poor activation, endurance, and strength. So we want to target that muscle so the hip, so the outer part of the hip is strong, and that ends up helping when it comes to decreasing knee pain. Now moving on to the third one, the third exercise. And this is resistive band walking. Okay, good. So looking at the starting position, standing, you've got the tubing underneath the arches of your feet. You're grabbing the handles. You're going to go from a standing position, and you're going to bend in the knees and the hips. So it's almost like you're like in an athletic position. You're going to move to one side and then bring the other leg. So moving the leg one side. So you got tension here, and then you're going to follow with the opposite leg. So there's constant tension happening in that tubing. Good. And I'll get you to go this way again. So when you're bringing this leg out to the side, you're working on the outer part of the hip. And when this leg is returning, you're still working on this outer part of the hip. So this is working like concentrically, and this is working like eccentrically, working on the outer part of the hip. And this is like a continuation of the exercise before with the clamshells, where we targeted glute medius, but more of glute medius when it related to rotation. Now with this resistive band walk, we really work on the gluteus medius more when it comes to hip abduction or bringing that leg out to the side. Now, looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets are 1. Repetitions would be 5. So you roughly, 5 repetitions one way, 5 repetitions the other way. Time, smooth, controlled movement with a quick stop at the end position. And the intensity will be light to moderate. Depends on how the endurance, activation, and strength of that gluteus medius muscle is in yourself. Okay, moving on to the 4th and final exercise. Okay, good. Going through like a straight leg exercise. So starting position, you're lying down on your back, relaxing the upper body, arms are out to the side, and then you're going to lift the leg straight up, so the toes pointing straight ahead. You're going to lift the leg up to about 30 degrees or to 45 degrees, and then back down, and then lifting it again. And we're looking at targeting that quad muscle, and also to carry on into the hip. So Jen, I'll go through it from another angle. Good. And being in this position, if you have any sensitivity or irritation in your back, what you can do is this opposite knee can be bent. That'll put the back into a better position. And then same thing. So we're working through that quad, strengthening that quad, and strengthening through that kneecap. Perfect. Now, with this one, looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets are 1, repetitions would be 5 on each side. So 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. Time, smooth, controlled movement with a good stop at the end position, and the intensity will be light. This is more of like an activation exercise, and that is pretty much it. So give those 4 exercises a go. They're my best tips when it relates to exercises to help you run without knee pain. Now, if you want some of my other best tips and tricks when it relates to overcoming knee pain, then I recommend you click right here. I have a brand new free report called 5 Tips and Tricks That Fight Knee Pain and Tightness. Just click right here, let me know where to send the report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you're watching this on a mobile device, tablet, or smartphone, head down below in the description and click the first link, which will be exercisesforinjuries.com/knees. Let me know where to send you that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you got benefit from this video, make sure to like this video. If you have a question or comment for me, leave it down below in the comments section. And lastly, hit subscribe to get future pain relieving videos.